Hey everybody, how are you? I am gonna do a home workout for you guys. So the only equipment I have up in my apartment right now is I have my yoga mat and I have two 8-kilogram kettlebells. So I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna go through a full warm up with you guys because I need to, I need to warm up thoroughly. I had to take a nap today. The stress of the last couple of days just kind of wiped me out. And I didn't sleep well last night. So my point is, I woke up from a nap a short while ago. So you will get the full demonstration of every repetition of my warm-up. And then I'm gonna give you 10 exercises today. Today I'm gonna do 2 exercises back to back, 3 sets, then move on to the next 2. So I did this yesterday and I was finished with the workout I think within 50 minutes, if that 50 minutes to an hour, because I get my warm-ups in there too, right? So if you just want to pick 5 exercises out of the 10, pick 5 exercises and do 5 rounds of those and then be done, and you should be finished within 30 minutes to 45 minutes depending on how much time you devote to the warm-up. So this is my plan. You get my full warm-up, then I'm gonna demonstrate the 10 exercises. I'm gonna do, I don't wanna call it advanced, it can't be too advanced because my kettlebells are not even 18 pounds a piece. So I'm gonna do my version with my kettlebells. You can always substitute dumbbells, you can always just do body weight. Moving is so important right now, even in your home. You guys can do it. If you saw my apartment, I'm in a studio. It's super, super small, but I have enough space to work out. We don't need a lot of space. So we need to, if there's any negative talk surrounding exercise, that you're not in the mood, you're too tired, you're too depressed. I mean, it's so stressful right now, like for all of us on every facet of life, right? I have no job. I have like 3 clients right now. So trust me, I get it. That's another reason why I'm doing this for free for you guys, because I think we all need to just come together right now and have some kind of community, even though we're isolated and alone in our apartments or our homes. So my point is, you don't need a lot of space. Ditch the excuses, every single one of them. Get up and move with me. You're gonna have 10 exercises today plus a warm-up, and you can do this any time of the week at home, right? Like there's no like scheduled show up time or workout time. It's on your time, all right? On that note, I think I'm gonna get started. I wrote it down because I think it'll be easier, because normally when I work out on my own at home, I just go through things and I don't think about it too much. So I'm gonna do walkouts, then we're gonna do inchworms, then we're gonna do a push back to a deadlift to an opposite toe touch. We're gonna do a deep forward lunge from a straight arm plank position with rotation, and that is just the warm up. So why don't we get started, guys? All right, let's go. Hopefully you can see me. All right. We're gonna do this. Oh, are we ready? Are we ready, people? All right, for walkout, feet are at least hip width apart or a little wider. I like walkouts because we move joint by joint. So I want you to bend at your knees. You're gonna hinge at your hips and your ankles. You're gonna walk it out to a straight arm plank position. I want the armpits of your arms forward, so no sloppiness, strong here. And then you're gonna push yourself back all the way up to standing. That is 1. I'm only gonna do 5 here. Nice and strong. Don't rush through it. I want you to feel your body warming up. Get those joints moving together. When you come out in that straight arm plank position, do not let your low back or your ass sag towards the floor. Strong. So I don't want that. Strong. Okay, I think we have one more. Anybody knows me knows I can't count and talk at the same time. All right, now we're gonna do inchworms. I'm gonna bring my feet closer together. hamstrings. We're gonna do 5 this way. All the way, straight legs. Legs stay straight here. There's no bent joints, okay? Walk it out. Plank. So I'm doing 5, walking out with my hands. Then we're gonna change it up. There's 2. There's 3. 4, last one this way. Okay, stand up tall. Now I'm gonna step here. Now I'm gonna do my legs. So I'm gonna do opposite of what I just did. So you start here, little steps, legs out. Fix my hands here. Then all the way back up. Go ahead and stand up at the end, why not? Hands to the floor, straight legs, walk it out, plank. 2. Little steps too, guys, okay? 3. Here's 4. And there's 5. I'm gonna straight up tell y'all, it's hot in here. I'm gonna put my ceiling fan on. We have a couple more things to warm up, but this is kind of funny. So I follow all these doctors on Instagram already, and this one guy said today in his post to keep your house at least at 74 degrees. So while I did that, my heater's been on, otherwise my heater wouldn't be on. So now it's hot in here for me to exercise. It's okay to sweat, so it's good. All right, so we're gonna do pushbacks to a downward dog, to an opposite toe touch. We're gonna do 10 of these. So this one you're gonna start in your straight arm plank position. Can you all see me? All right. So feet are about hip width, shoulder width apart here. More shoulder width apart, okay? If you have limited hamstring flexibility, then just have your feet wider apart. Does that make sense? A more narrow stance makes it harder. Wider feet makes it easier. All right, here we go. Hands under chest and shoulders. Strong straight arm plank. You're gonna push yourself back into a squat. Guys, can you see that? I'm in a squat. Arms by my ears. Come back out over your hands. Straight legs, touch your opposite pinky toe. Downward dog, opposite pinky toe. That's 1. Push it back into a squat. Opposite touch. Opposite touch. Everything is strong. Again, don't let your back sag to the floor. This is just your warm-up, guys. Okay? I think this is 6. I'm gonna do 4 more. Shoulders are probably a little tired by now because they're working, okay? 2 more. Last one. Stay in your plank. Step it forward. Thread the needle. Drive this hand into the floor. Squeeze this tushy. Rotate it up. 1. One more each leg, alternating for 12. 6 each side. Finishing that plank, don't be lazy. Walk it back up. I'll sit here for a minute. Woo, buddy. So that's your warm up. I'm gonna get a wee drink of water, and then we'll get to the exercises. All right. Whew. I'm already breathing heavy. We're gonna do some reverse lunges, guys. So you're gonna start nice and tall. Another good thing about being at home, I can be barefoot, which is better for us than wearing shoes ever. And it's so nice. All right, I'm gonna show you 3 ways to do these reverse lunges. First is just body weight. Big step back, lower this knee. Don't bang it into the floor, step it together. But go as low as possible. Okay, that's one version. Body weight. Goblet hold. This is how I goblet hold. Keep the bell or dumbbell close to your chest. Step it back and step it back. If you need even more weight, oopsie, hold them at your side. Make a J with your shoulders. Pinch your shoulder blades down and back. Chest is open. Nice upright position. Look forwards. Don't look towards the ground. And step it back. All right, reverse lunges right there. Super gentle here. Wood floor. Be very careful. Okay. I didn't put these somewhere else. Here. Side plank. So this is your first 2 exercises. Reverse lunges. Side plank with the reach. If the reach is too hard, you're just gonna do a plank, okay? So elbows are under shoulders. Feet hip width apart. All right, I'm squeezing my tushy. Upper back is flat. Quads are strong. Look towards the floor. Reach it to the side. Reach it to the side. Shift as little as possible in your hips. That is too hard. Just give me a plank and hold that plank for 10 seconds, okay? That's your first 2. Reverse lunges, forearm plank with alternating side reach, or just hold the plank. Okay, we're gonna do a forward hip hinge with a wide row. So if you don't have any dumbbells, you can use a band, or you can just do the forward hip hinge. Okay, forward hip hinge. We're gonna start tall, feet hip width apart. Always set your position, pinch those shoulder blades together, scapula towards the floor. We're gonna hinge it forward at the hip joint. Your booty's gonna go out and back. Your back stays nice and flat. I'm gonna show you what to do, and then I'm gonna show you what not to do, okay? So hinge it forward, slight bend in your knee, palms face back from here, looking towards the floor. Make a box. That's 1 repetition. Here, here. Show you from the side. You can see. Hinge it forward, flat back, look towards the floor. Wide and wide. This is what not to do. Do not look at the mirror in front of you if you're in front of a mirror, or look at the camera. You'll see a lot of people doing this. Look at that from the side. Oh my God. Don't do that to your neck, all right? All right, so, and if you don't have resistance, you can put your arms out to the side, and you can do a forward hip hinge, okay? Moving is the point. Doesn't always have to be hard, but it's important to move, guys. Easy, okay. All right, now we're gonna get into a straight arm plank and push ourselves back from our arms into a bear plank. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. And the rep range here is 5 to 10. Sometimes 5's enough, these get hard. All right, so this is core, shoulder, chest activation, and stability. Okay. Have your feet hip width apart. Don't be sloppy with your arms, lock them out, everything's strong, right? And then from here, it's gonna activate your core right here. Little steps with your hands. Walk it back. Your knees are now under your hips. Your back is flat. I don't want the booty in the air. Stay low. Little steps with your hands. Walk it back into that straight arm plank. Okay, you're here. Knees are under hips. Got it? 5 to 10. 5 is probably going to be enough. Single leg glute bridge. So those are your second two. We're gonna do 10 single leg glute bridges. My heels are in the center of my tush, each butt cheek. So not wide, feet aren't crazy. Toes forward, knees forward. You lay it down. Upper arms, ground them into the floor. Strong. So you're here. I like my toe up, my toes up. I'm gonna march one knee in towards me. I'm gonna scoop and squeeze my glutes. Thrust up with power. Come back down. Do not overextend. You're here. Power. Back down. Power. Back down. Power. Back down. 10 of those each leg. Full sit-up. I'm gonna show you the easy way, then I'm gonna show you if you have resistance and you're able to do it harder, then we'll do it harder. This is my training for warriors, full sit-up. Start with legs fully extended, lay all the way down, hands across your chest. So you're gonna, so that's your starting position. As you sit up, you're gonna drive your low back into the floor. There's power, this is an explosive sit-up. Sit up, and you're gonna grab your hands around your shins, okay? It's gonna look like this. Woo, buddy. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 for you. I gotta watch my floor here. Should have brought a towel out to set those on, right? Okay. All right. I'm gonna hold this upside down. I don't do this one quite as fast. It's a little heavier weight than I normally use for this. Same starting position. All right, the bell stays by your chest. It does not move. You're just gonna sit up. Drive your low back into the floor. Sit up, back down, sit up, back down, sit up, okay? Same but different. First one's easier, second one's harder. So that's your third set of 2 exercises. Okay, we're gonna do a lateral walk. I don't have my bands in my house, but that doesn't mean you still can't activate your side tushy, okay? So we're gonna do that, then we're gonna do a bird dog. I'll show you a couple ways to do this. I'm gonna stand sideways. Here, I'll start here. Start with my feet hip width apart. You keep it low, guys. You're in a squat, right? So stay in this squat. Side step. Side step, just do 2. We don't have a lot of space. But you're gonna do 10. That is 1. 2 steps. And 2 steps. That is 1. So I just did 2 rounds. You wanna make this harder. Goblet hold. Sit it low. There's more work happening here. I've increased the weight at the top. Ooh, I feel my booty. Nice. Okay, so harder. Gently on the floor. All right, guys, bird dog, hands and knees. We've done sit-ups, and we're gonna work our back. I like my toes curled under. You don't have to curl your toes under. My little toesies don't get a whole lot of work, so. Anyway, knees are under hips in alignment there. Hands are under your shoulders, not in front of you, directly underneath. Take your hands, screw the armpit of your elbows forward. You're gonna extend a leg. Whatever leg you're gonna extend, the opposite arm comes forward. We're gonna hold this minimum 10 seconds. If you have 20, hold it 20. Again, you look at the floor, bad position, correct position. I was just talking to you. And you have to do both sides, right? So extend the leg, hold 10 to 20 seconds. Since you can see on this side better, don't overextend. It goes straight out, right? And I like to point my toes, not point, but my toes go towards the floor because I feel like my glute fires more that way, okay? All right. Side plank, that's your 4 set of 2. Here's your last set of exercises. So we have core, we have balance, guys. Side plank with rotation and then a single leg forward hip hinge. You might just want to do a side plank. Progression, regression. And I have construction happening next door. So like being home isn't exactly totally peaceful right now. Hopefully you can hear me fine because I feel like I'm talking really, really loud. Okay. See if you can see my feet. I'm doing an offset stance, right? So my bottom leg, my top leg's in front of my toes. So you want to connect your toes to your heel. Shoulder is under my elbow, so I'm nice and strong. I'm going to elevate up. You guys see that? Arm is up, so chest is open. Then from here, we're going to rotate, thread the needle through there, back up strong. Just moving your arm doesn't count. There's no rotation, guys. Rotate. We need to rotate here and rotate, okay? If you want to do the rotation, 6 to 10 each side. 6 may be plenty. This isn't about killing yourself. We're just moving, all right? It isn't about making it the hardest workout ever because it's not. I have limited equipment and you can still get a great workout with just your body weight, okay? Or go ahead and get back in that offset stance, elbow under shoulder. You might just want to hold the side plank. This might be enough. So you might just hold this here for 10 to 20 seconds. If you're doing a plank properly, which means you're engaging every single muscle in your body and not just sitting into your shoulder joints and on your elbows and toes, because that's not doing the plank, or the work of a plank. Nothing's activated, your muscles aren't firing, so people stay in that position for 2 to 5 minutes. If you're doing a plank properly, Stuart McGill says you should only be doing it for 8 to 10 seconds. So this isn't just me, in my opinion, this is science from a guy that knows the spine. Stuart McGill, look him up. Okay, single leg forward hip hinge. All right, so we've already done a hip hinge with 2 legs. We're gonna use one leg, we're gonna work on balance. So easiest one, you can have your hands at your hips. You can have your hands out to the side. Just try not to, I wanna keep your chest open, okay? So I'm gonna start in hip extension. I'm gonna find my balance between my big toe and my heel. So use your toes, guys. Get the shoes off. Learn what it feels like to have that input, that center input from your feet. We lose that with shoes, okay? We're gonna do a forward hip hinge. Hinge it over. I do a slight bend in my knee when I come over. I'm gonna stand up. I'm not gonna look at the phone this time. Try not to put this foot down. If you need to get balance, that's fine. Hinge it forward and hinge it forward, okay? Harder, if you need it harder. Weights, set yourself. Shoulder blades down and back. Find your balance. Keep the weights close to your leg and hinge it, whoopsie, forward, okay? Right there. All right, nice and easy for myself. All right, guys. That's it. 10 exercises for you. Do all 10. Groups of 2. Figure out your rep range. Alternating reverse lunges, 10 each leg. Alternate for 20. Plank with your side reach. Alternate for 10 to 12, excuse me, or hold the plank for 8 to 10 seconds. Forward hip hinge with wide row. I wrote down 15 for myself because the 18s are kind of heavy for me right there in that wide row, right? Easy for the hip hinge, hard for the pull. Your bear plank, your straight arm plank, walking it back with your hands into a bear plank, 5 to 10. Some people are going to be stronger in their chest and shoulders than others. 5 may be plenty. Single leg glute bridge, 8 to 10 each leg. And that is followed by your full setup. Dude, you may get 10. You may get 1. That's groovy. I will say 10 to 20. So shoot for 10. If the weight is too much, ditch the weight. Just do body weight. I showed you both. Then you have your lateral walk. 2 steps one way, 2 steps back. That is 1 repetition. I'm going to say do 10. Push that because we don't work our side butt, our gluteus medius enough. That is coupled with the bird dog. Hands and knees, opposite arm leg extension. Hold that extension for 10 to 20 seconds. Finishing up with your last 2 exercises, side plank with rotation. I'm going to say 6 to 10 each side. If the rotation makes it too hard, just hold the plank for 10 seconds. And then you have your single leg forward hip hinge. 8 to 10, maybe 6 is good. You know, use your own judgment, guys. But have fun. Oh my goodness, we're in this together, so let's do our best to stay positive and connected. And I'm gonna do my best to at least post 2 to 3 free workouts for you a week. So that means I got at least 1 more coming your way this week. It's only Tuesday, it feels like Thursday. So hopefully 2 more this week. And next week, because the gyms are closed until the end of the month, which means I have maybe 1 session a week right now, so, or not a week, a day. So I have plenty of time to do this. So this gives me something to do. It makes me feel like I'm sharing something positive with you guys, contributing to doing some good in this time of uncertainty and unknown, right? So I'm gonna close. I'm just gonna give you a big hug, and yeah, I don't eat healthy food. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna finish with that. Eat real single ingredient foods, and I mean vegetables and fruits. Your protein, however you choose to get protein, please, please, please limit the sugar and limit the alcohol. I think it's really important for us to stay as present in our lives as possible, especially when life gets really stressful like it is now. None of us have experienced this kind of stress, okay? A collective, global stress. So stay present as much as we all, and I was one of those people, I'll raise my hand high, used to cope with alcohol. I quit alcohol a year ago. I was a moderate drinker. I'd come home from work to ease the stress and have a couple glasses of wine. I wasn't doing myself any favors. So I quit. I'm probably the healthiest I've been in my whole life, a year down the road later, omitting that from my life. I mean, it's your choice, but just know that there is no single benefit, health benefit to alcohol. You might think it's easing your comfort in the moment, but all it's doing is weakening your immune system. It will actually exacerbate your anxiety and stress levels. How that happens is it ruins your sleep. People drink alcohol because it thinks they think it makes them sleep better. The opposite is true. It messes up your REM cycle. So even if you sleep through the night, you're dysregulating your blood sugar. You're not sleeping deeply, so you're not resting, restoring, regenerating. And then the next day you're going through withdrawals, and that actually makes your stress and anxiety worse. So the thing that you're coping with to ease the stress and anxiety compounds that stress and anxiety. So I will encourage you to drink copious amounts of hot tea, sparkling water, or just water, or anything but numb out. I don't believe it's a time to numb any part of ourselves. That's why I want you to move, I want you to exercise, and I want you to eat for your health. Sugar, refined grains, all damage your immune system. Your immune system, 70% of your immune system lies on the other side of your gut lining. Your gut lining is 1 cell thick. Foods I would really limit or avoid altogether right now: sugar, gluten, alcohol. Alcohol is not a food, but they all damage your gut wall and your gut lining, right? And since our immune system is directly on the other side of that, let's just be smart and take care of ourselves, guys, as best as we can right now, okay? All right, big hug. Mwah. And I hope you have fun with this workout, because once you're finished, by the end of the hour, you will have been challenged, I promise. All right, bye.